You feel fine today, but your brain is one step from stroke. I am going to speak to the version of you who thinks I am okay, I feel normal. Stroke is for other people. As a stroke doctor, I hear the same sentence again and again. Doctor, yesterday he was completely fine. Let me tell you three short stories. A man of 52 in a busy city goes to sleep after a long work day. He jokes with his family, checks his phone in bed, falls asleep believing tomorrow will be the same. At 6 in the morning, his wife hears a strange sound. He is trying to speak, but only noise comes out. One side of his face has dropped. His right arm does not move. Yesterday he felt fine. This morning his brain is in an emergency. A woman of 48 runs a small business. She has no time for herself. She drinks strong tea, eats late dinners, sleeps past midnight. One afternoon, while talking to a customer, she suddenly cannot find simple words for a few minutes. She cannot say what she wants. Then it passes. She says it was probably stress. 3 weeks later, she arrives with a major stroke. A man of 40 works in an office and goes to the gym in the evening. He lifts heavy weights, posts photos online. His friends call him very fit, but he sits at a desk 10 hours a day, drinks sugary tea, and never checks his blood pressure. One day, he feels a strange heaviness in his leg. He tells himself he only slept badly. 2 days later, he cannot stand without support. The pattern is the same. They all felt fine until the moment their brain could not compensate anymore. Stroke rarely begins with pain, it begins with quiet damage inside your blood vessels and brain over many months and years. If you are over 40 and you feel normal today, I want you to stay with me until the end of this video because I will give you a simple 5-question test. If you answer honestly, you will know whether your brain is safe or already standing one step from stroke. Then I will give you a 7-day plan to step back from the edge in very simple ways. Let us start with the first uncomfortable truth. You feel fine because the most dangerous problems are silent. Many people believe that if something is wrong with the brain, they must feel it. They wait for strong headache, for spinning room, for numbness, for obvious warning signs. Real life is different. High blood pressure can damage your blood vessels for 10 years without giving any clear pain. Sugar can harm the inner lining of arteries without making you feel sick in the beginning. Cholesterol can slowly build plaque inside vessels like rust inside an old pipe. While the water still looks clean on the outside, you may say, I have no headache, my vision is okay, I go to work, I come home, I must be fine. But your body is not a mobile phone that shows an alert when a part is failing. It is more like a building where cracks grow in the basement while the living room still looks beautiful. There are 3 common illusions that keep people in this false comfort. First illusion, no symptom means no problem. Second illusion, I did a health check 2 or 3 years ago and it was normal, so I am still safe. Third illusion, no one in my family had stroke, so my risk is less. All 3 feel logical, but all 3 are dangerous. No symptom can simply mean that your brain is compensating for now. A health check is like a photograph, it shows one moment in time. Life does not stop changing after that day. Family history is important, but lifestyle in your own body today is often stronger. When a stroke happens, we see the tip of the iceberg. The large part under the water was years of silent damage. Now I want to show you 3 silent traps that push your brain towards stroke while you still feel fine. Silent trap number 1, you do not know your numbers. When I ask new patients in my clinic, what is your usual blood pressure? What was your last fasting sugar? What is your cholesterol? Most of them look at me with the same expression, doctor, I am not sure. Some say, I checked 2 years ago, it was okay. This is the first trap. You are driving on a long highway at night, your fuel gauge and engine warning lights are broken, the car still moves, so you believe all is well until suddenly it stops in the middle of the road. Your body is the same. If you are over 40, there are 3 numbers you must know in the last 6 to 12 months: your blood pressure, your fasting blood sugar or HbA1c. If you have diabetes risk, your cholesterol profile. You do not need to remember exact decimal values, but you must know whether they are in healthy range or not. If you cannot remember, that is not a small detail, it is a clear sign that you are walking in the dark. When you feel fine but you do not know these numbers, your brain may already be one step from stroke. The action here is very simple. In the next week, visit a clinic or trusted lab, check these 3 things and write them down on paper or in your phone. Keep them where you can see them again. This is not fear, this is respect for your brain. Silent trap number 2, the killer chair. Modern work is slowly poisoning healthy brains. You may walk in the morning, you may even go to the gym, but if you sit for 8 to 10 hours a day, your blood vessels and brain are still under attack. When you sit for long periods, blood flow in your legs slows down, blood collects in the lower body, the inner lining of your vessels becomes irritated, blood sugar control becomes worse, and your blood becomes more likely to form clots. Now imagine a typical day. You sit at your desk at 9 in the morning. You answer emails, you attend an online meeting, you write reports, you look at the clock, it is 1 in the afternoon, you have stood up maybe once, later you drive home in traffic, sit in the car, reach home, have dinner, and sit again in front of a screen. Your brain does not complain loudly, but your circulation is paying the price. I treated a 49-year-old programmer. He proudly told me he went to the gym 5 days a week, but during his working day, he sat almost 10 hours. He felt fit. Until one evening he suddenly saw double images on his computer screen. He thought it was eye strain. In the emergency room we found a small stroke in the back part of his brain. The problem was not his gym sessions, the problem was the long silent hours between them. The solution does not require a treadmill in your office. Use the rule of 60 and 2. Every 60 minutes stand up for at least 2 minutes, walk to get water, walk to the washroom, walk near a window, rotate your ankles, roll your shoulders, take a few long breaths, then sit again and continue your work. This small habit cuts the long solid block of sitting into pieces, and your blood vessels will thank you for it. Silent trap number 3. Night habits that destroy the morning. Many strokes happen in the early hours of the day. Blood pressure rises naturally in the morning, but for many people it rises much higher than it should because of what they do the night before. Look at a common evening in a busy life: work, stress during the day, crowded traffic, unfinished responsibilities at home, dinner is late, screen time continues, in bed, videos, news, messages, all keep the brain in a state of alert. Some people drink strong tea or coffee late in the evening or eat heavy salty snacks close to bedtime. Then they lie down and try to sleep. The body is horizontal but the nervous system is still in fight mode. Heart rate is higher, blood pressure is higher, stress hormones stay elevated. On the outside you are in bed, on the inside your brain is still running a race. This is the perfect background for an early morning stroke. Changing this does not need complex meditation or long rituals. You can think of a simple night reset in 3 steps. First, decide on a target window for sleep, maybe between 10 and 10:30 at night. 30 minutes before that, turn off television and put the phone away from your bed. Second, sit or lie down comfortably. Place one hand on your stomach. Breathe in slowly through your nose. Feel your stomach rise. Then breathe out slowly through your mouth. Try to make each breath last around 10 seconds. In 5 or 6 breaths you will feel your body begin to settle. Third, think briefly about 3 small things from the day that you are grateful for. Not big life events, just simple moments. A cup of tea you enjoyed, a message from a friend, a quiet minute in the morning. When your mind touches gratitude, your body steps out of emergency mode and your blood pressure gently moves down. Repeat this simple routine most nights and you are giving your brain a calmer, safer morning environment. You may still feel fine when you ignore your evenings, but your brain could be paying a price you do not see yet. Now that you know the traps, let us check where you stand today. Here is a simple 5-question test. For each sentence, be completely honest with yourself. If it is true for you, give yourself 1 point. If it is not true, give 0 points. 1. I do not know my current blood pressure, or I have not checked it in the last 12 months. 2. On a usual day, I sit for more than 2 hours in a row without standing up. 3. I go to sleep after midnight at least 3 nights in a week. 4. I rarely do any activity that makes my heart beat faster for at least 15 minutes, such as brisk walking. 5. Someone in my family had stroke, heart attack, or serious heart disease before the age of 60, and I have never discussed my own risk with a doctor. Now add your points. If you have 0 or 1 point, you are not fully safe, but you are not standing at the very edge yet. You still need to build better habits, but you have time on your side. If you have 2 or 3 points, you are closer to stroke than you feel. Your brain is not in crisis today, but the silent pressure is real. If you have 4 or 5 points, you may feel fine today, but statistics are not on your side. You are very close to the edge. The purpose of this test is not to scare you and leave you there. It is to wake you up in time so that you can step back. So how do you step back? You do not need to change everything in 1 week. You only need to start a simple 7-day reset that moves you away from danger. Here is a 7-day plan that is simple and realistic. Day 1 and day 2, focus on your morning. Place a glass or bottle of water near your bed. Drink it within 15 minutes after you wake up. On one of these days, measure your blood pressure at home or at a clinic. Write the reading down. Day 3 and day 4, focus on your daytime. Set a repeating reminder on your phone for every 60 minutes during your main work hours. When it rings, stand up for 2 minutes, walk a little, move your joints. You do not need special clothes, you do not need a gym, you only need to break the long sitting. Day 5 to day 7, focus on your evenings. Pick a target time to sleep, switch off screens 30 minutes before that time. Use the simple breathing routine and gratitude practice just for 3 to 5 minutes. If you can avoid strong tea or coffee after the late afternoon, at the end of 7 days, you will not see dramatic visible changes, but inside your blood vessels and brain you will have shifted direction. You will have moved from walking blind towards stroke to walking with open eyes away from it. The real power comes when you repeat this 7-day pattern again and again until it becomes your new normal. Now let us return to the title of this video. You feel fine today. But your brain may be one step from stroke. After listening to this, you can no longer use the excuse of not knowing. You know that silence in the body does not mean safety in the brain. You know that not knowing your numbers, sitting too long, and going to bed with a stressed nervous system are all choices that bring you closer to danger. You also know that 3 simple changes: checking your health numbers, breaking long sitting, and calming your evenings can move you away from the edge. Stroke is not always a lightning strike from a clear sky. Most of the time, it is a storm that has been building quietly for years. If this video has helped you see your own life more clearly, do not keep that clarity only for yourself. Share this message with someone over 40 whom you care about. In the comments, write your score from the 5-question test and tell me which silent trap looks most like your daily life. I read your words and I use them to decide what to teach in the next videos. My name is Dr. Hartways. Take one step today away from stroke so that your brain can be with your family for many more years to come.